is going to pay for my medical care after an accident that the other driver caused? Well, the first $10,000 will be covered by your car insurance. Doesn't matter who's at fault, your personal injury protection benefits are going to pay the first $10,000 of your medical bills. But it's not automatic. You need to be seen by a medical provider within 14 days of the accident or you lose this coverage. You also have to get something called an EMC, Emergency Medical Certification. That's done by a medical doctor that certifies that the accident caused you to sustain injuries that require medical treatment. If you don't get this certification, you'll be cut off at $2,500 instead of the full $10,000. So if PIP covers the first $10,000, what happens if you're really hurt and your medical bills are far more than the $10,000 you have available? You can use your own medical insurance if you have it. If the other driver was at fault, you can make a claim against their insurance. If you're lucky, they have bodily injury liability coverage that can pay you a settlement that can be used to cover your medical bills. But I have found that most Florida drivers involved in accidents have little to no coverage to pay for injuries that they cause. Think about it. It's not required in Florida. Costs more money to have it, so many just choose not to. Yeah, you can sue the driver of the other vehicle that caused the crash, but in my experience, that rarely ever produces much. You can go and get a judgment against them, but the odds of collecting the money typically aren't great. You can't collect from someone who's got homestead property, retirement accounts with all their money, or if they're the head of household with dependents. And then of course there's always the bankruptcy option they like to travel down. If you're lucky and the other driver actually has bodily injury liability coverage, or if you're smart and you have then your medical care can often be billed now, but not collected until the anticipated future settlement of your case. So you don't have to worry about coming out of pocket to pay for the medical treatment that you need. Now, without BI or health insurance is your last resort. That's it, or you are coming out of pocket. This is why it's so important for everyone to have coverage on their auto insurance policy. Again, is coverage you pay to include on your policy that serves as a pot for you to collect from when the other driver doesn't have bodily injury liability coverage or it's simply not enough of it. The biggest takeaways are to have coverage on your policy before the accident happens and to get a medical examination right away to rule out a potential injury after the accident, certainly well before the 14 days, so you don't lose that valuable PIP coverage. Many of my clients, including myself, have reported feeling fine after an accident. But that changed once the adrenaline wore off and the swelling started to set in over the next day or two. The pain tends to follow that. So be smart. Get examined early if you sense anything that might be wrong, and get your coverage in place now, before the accident. I'm Ian Miller, founder of Miller Trial Law, the firm that gets you. If you have questions about personal injury law or insurance in Florida, drop them in the comments below. We are here to help you.